apprehended the most vicious criminal since Jesse James. And you're going to receive a handsome reward from my bank.
Oh, just doing my job, Mr. Drysdale. I don't want any reward.
No. I insist. Miss Hathaway, see that this fine detective receives one of our new calendars.
All right, Foxy.
Foxhall, sir. Colonel Gaylord Merriweather Foxhall.
Ah, Colonel Baloney. You're a thief and an extortionist. Hanging's too good for you.
Now, take it easy, Mr. Drysdale.
He tried to blackmail Mr. Clampett for $1 million.
I know the charge. And the moment Mr. Clampett identifies him, he'll be arraigned.
I'll identify him. He's a crook and a murderer.
Murder?
That $1 million would have come from my bank.
And believe me, that would have killed him.
Stand aside, you miserable money merchant.
You touch me with that, and you'll receive the thrashing of your life. Now, look, that did it. Thrash him, Miss Hathaway.
Control yourself.
Would you please drive him around the block till he cools off?
Of course, Lieutenant.
Well, keep your eyes open for the Colonel's accomplice. We think she may still be hiding in the neighborhood.
Oh, yes, that's the young lady who claimed to be Emmeline Fetty from back in the hills.
Actually, her name is Rita Rio, alias Country Kate, and she's one of the cleverest girls in the whole extortion racket.
She's a shameless Jezebel. She deliberately tricked Mr. Clampett into a compromising situation and took pictures with which to blackmail that
Mr. Drysdale, we know what she did. Now, the moment she's apprehended, she'll go to jail.
If the Clampetts find her first, she'll never make it to jail.
What do you mean?
Did you ever hear of mountain justice? An eye for an eye. They're probably out right now tracking down that girl with their trusty bloodhound.
Mr. Drysdale's dog can sit up and speak. You can't even fetch a stick. Now watch.
Go! Get it, go! Get it, boy! Get it, go! Now watch!
Jethro,
Duke?
come over here. I want to talk to you.
Listen, Duke. When I said that Mr. Drysdale's dog could speak, I didn't mean words. I meant whoofs and barks and bark, like that. You know? Emmeline?
Shh. Help me over.
Well, where you been?
I've been hiding.
Well, who from?
The police.
What for?
They think I was trying to trick y'all out of money.
You? A dumb old country girl? Trick us? That's a laugh.
Yeah, ain't it so?
Well, everybody knows the Fetties was the dumbest, tackiest, homeliest bunch in the hill.
I know it.
Oh, come on now. Don't go to bawling. For somebody to come from a box of colors, you ain't such a mess.
Thank you, Jethro.
As for being dumb, you got to remember, next to me, pretty near anybody'd look dumb.
Gee, I wish I was as smart as you. 'Cause then I could figure out how to get away from the police.
Well, I'll think of something for you.
Oh, would you, Jethro?
Why, sure. It'd be a shame to let an education like mine go to waste. Besides, I kind of like you.
You're just teasing me.
Oh, no, I ain't. Well, why, one time I was thinking of...
Jethro, remember you were going to help me figure out how to get away from the police?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll sit right down here and get my brain to clicking. I think better setting. Now, let's see.
I sure do appreciate this. Jethro. Jethro.
Did I think of something?
Oh, yeah. And you talked in your sleep, too.
Well, what'd I say?
Well, you said since the police were looking for a dumb old country girl, that I ought to sneak up them back stairs and put on one of them fancy dresses that Ellie gave me.
Yeah?
Then you said you'd learn me how to be a sophisticated city girl. The police would never know it was me.
Hot dog! I sure come up with a dandy, didn't I?
You did.
And that was just while my brain was a-coasting. Think of what I'd have come up with if I'd have throwed that scamp into high gear.
Why, it plumb scares me to think about it.
For the last time, I implore you, do not summon Mr. Clampett to this door and unleash upon my snowy brow the fearful fury of mountain vengeance.
Mr. Clampett has to identify you and sign a complaint.
Then I warn you, my blood is on your hands and upon your conscience the everlasting...
Doggy, I thought I heard speech making out here. Come on in, Colonel Foxhall. You too, young fella.
That is Foxhall.
Oh, glad to meet you, Mr. Foxhall. two got names a heap alike, ain't you?
My name is Richards. I'm a bunco specialist.
A bunco specialist?
Yes, sir. I handle frauds, swindles, blackmails, things like that.
Maybe it's none of my business, Colonel, but why would you want to take up with a swindler?
No, you don't understand.
Well, look who's here, Colonel Foxhole. And who's this young feller?
Granted, the name is Foxhall.
Howdy, Mr. Foxhole.
No, I'm not Foxhole.
He claims he's Richards, but I hear tell that criminals changing their names a lot.
Criminals?
He admits to being a swindler and a blackmailer.
Just a minute. Let me see if I can get this straightened out for you. My name is Frank Richards. Lieutenant Frank Richards.
Now he's claiming to be in the Army.
What are y'all doing down here? Oh, howdy, Colonel Foxhole.
Foxhall.
Oh, you calling him that? He won't answer to that name.
Before things become any more confused, we're here for one purpose, to have you identify a criminal. Now,
Well, how can I do that when you can't make up your own mind who you are?
Is he a criminal?
Indeed he is, Jethro. Seize him.
No, wait a minute. I got it.
Excellent. Now, you hold him while I go summon help.
Stop him. Hey, Uncle Jed. He's got a gun under his coat.
What could you say?
Quiet, ornery rascal.
Now, look.
Young fella, it's bad enough being a swindler, but when you come into my home toting a pistol, you done muddied up my creek.
You're going to get a whooping. Take him to the woodshed, Jethro.
We ain't got no woods yet. I'll take him to the cellar. Down! Now, you just stop squirming.
Hey, Jethro, what you got there?
I got me a little old swindler, that's what.
Oh, what you doing with it?
Oh, I'm taking him down to the cellar. Miss, can you make him turn loose of me?
I sure can.
You can't neither.
I can, too.
You can't.
Can.
Can't.
I'll show you.
Ow!
Oh, now I've got me a little old swindler.
You give me back my swindler.
Oh, howdy, Mr. Drysdale. Come in, come in.
Thank you, Mr. Clampett.
You missed a big excitement.
Oh, really?
He doesn't have just a swindler.
Oh, yes, I know about that. Where is the scoundrel?
Got him tied up down the cellar?
Oh, good, good. I was hoping you'd give him a taste of mountain justice. He's a crook, a charlatan, a blackmailer.
He may be all that, Mr. Drysdale, but you got to admire his spunk.
Spunk?
Granny done dusted his britches twice, and he still claims to be a detective.
You sucker.
Hey, James, I'll get the truth out of that rascal as soon as I get this thing trimmed down. Colonel Foxhole, what are you doing in my broom closet?
Just waiting for this golden opportunity, my dear. The opportunity of being alone with you.
Huh? What you mean?
The very moment I first laid eyes upon you, my heart has been your prisoner. It was love at first sight. Now I can only think of Granny. Granny. Granny.
Hold it right there.
Did I say something wrong?
Yeah. Call me Daisy.
Ah, fairest flower of the field. How like the petal of a daisy is your soft, delicate hand. She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. She loves me not.
Do this petal again.
She loves me.
Stop right there, quick, while you're ahead.
Now I must say farewell, dear lady.
Where are you going?
Because I must flee the hounds of injustice that even now are baying at my heels. But I shall treasure this moment forever of being alone with you. And I shall carry throughout eternity the memory of your beauty and the dream of a love that might have been. Farewell.
Hold on, Colonel. You have done away with the stopper under my nose. Now don't go running off with the jug.
There's the swindler! Colonel Foxhole?
Foxhall, alias Freddy the Fox, alias Lay on the Lip.
Never mind that. Arrest him.
Don't lay a hand on my colonel.
Your colonel?
I done made a prisoner of his heart. Ain't I, Gaylord?
Indeed you have, Daisy.
Have a petal.
No, you look like Granny's got a fish on her line.
Granny, the colonel is going to jail.
Oh, no, he ain't.
Look at that rascal. He's going at it like corn on a cob.
And I ain't gonna let him eat and run.
Mr. Clampett, this man tried to take you for $1 million.
Give it to him, Jed.
Are you going to allow this charlatan?
Come.
Ah! company, but 5's ridiculous. Gaylord and me is going for a little stroll in the garden.
You're letting him get away? He'll escape.
Oh, he ain't going nowhere. Granny done buttered that old cat's claws.
But, Mr. Clampett...
Now, look, I know that the colonel has got its faults, but they say that the love of a good woman can work wonders. Now, you leave this all up to us.
Won't you sign a complaint for me?
No. You give us a little trouble, but I ain't going to complain.
Emmeline, it's me, Jethro.
Howdy, Belle. Is Emmeline here?
I'm Emmeline.
Hot dog! I done worked my magic on you, didn't I?
Oh, dear. I reckon you're smarter than a circus dog.
Oh, yeah. If I can learn you to talk as good as me, you'll fool police for sure.
Think you can?
Oh, heck yeah. You ain't no dumber than old Duke, and I learned him.
What do you want me to do?
Let's hear you say, the goo in the slough gets mainly in your shoe.
The goo in the slough gets mainly in your shoe.
I think you got it. You might find it hard to fit it into a conversation, especially during a dry spell.
I'll watch for my chance.
And now I got to learn you how to walk.
Well, I know how to walk.
Oh, you know how to walk country. I'm going to learn you how to walk city. Now you try.
How's that?
Done it again, didn't I?
Just a regular genius.
Yeah, I reckon so.
Now all I gotta do is get to town, find me a job, pick out a new name.
A new name?
Yeah. Police are looking for Emmeline Fatty. I gotta change it.
Oh, yeah. I got it, Alberta Fetty.
No, I think the Fetty has to go too. What I need is a city name.
Well, how about Chicago?
I mean a Christian name.
What about St. Louis?
I'll think of a name while I'm looking for a job. Jethro.
Oh, no, that's my name.
Do you think I could pull a job? Get a job at the bank? Do you think Mr. Drysdale would recognize me?
Heck no. Well, I didn't even recognize you, and he ain't half as smart as me. I'll even learn you to cipher.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no, that won't work. I done made you too pretty.
What do you mean?
Why, his wife is jealous as a cat with one kitten.
Really?
Why, if she saw him with you, why, she'd snatch him bald.
You just drop me off at the bank. I'll take care of things from there, Jethro.
Oh, are you fetching along your cuckoo clock?
Oh, well, it needs repairing.
Well, don't take it to the camera store again, you dumb old girl.
I will.
Well, I'll show you a place right near the bank on Beverly Boulevard.
Thank you. Say, there's a name I could use.
Boulevard?
Beverly.
Oh.
Now all I need's a surname.
Galahad!
Jethro.
Done it again, didn't I?
Excuse me, Chief. This young lady is a special investigator from the district attorney's office.
Yes, Mr. Drysdale. We've recovered an important piece of evidence. The camera with which Emmeline Fetty took those incriminating pictures of Mr. Clampett.
Excellent, excellent. See that she gets the calendar I promised that jerky detective.
You see, Mr. Drysdale, the camera is concealed within this cuckoo clock and is activated by means of an electronic triggering device.
Poor, simple, trusting Jed Clampett. He still doesn't know what happened.
Precisely why I came to you, Mr. Drysdale. I thought a man of your intelligence and sophistication might be able to help me reconstruct the modus operandi used by this Emmeline Fetty.
Oh, I'd be glad to cooperate.
Excuse me, that isn't her real name, is it?
No, it's Rita Rio. alias Country Kate.
That's too bad I didn't see her first. I would have spotted her as an adventuress immediately.
Really?
Oh, yes. Of course, as president of a bank, I have to be able to judge character at a glance.
So young to be a bank president.
Young in years, perhaps, but in wisdom and experience. Miss Hathaway, you may return to your office. This is a confidential crime detection matter. Take a coffee break. Now, where were we?
We were going to try and figure out how Mr. Clampett could have allowed himself to be photographed in those incriminating poses.
Oh, well, that's not hard. First of all, you've got to remember that he's a simple man from the hills, naive and unsuspecting.
Just the opposite of you.
Exactly. She probably put this cuckoo clock on a table or dresser or something, and then concealed this gadget in her hand.
I see.
And then she probably threw her arms around him and
You mean
kissed
like
him.
this?
Yes, it was probably something like that.
I'm so grateful to you, Mr. Drysdale.
My pleasure. Let me know how things develop.
Oh, we're expecting a development very shortly. And we will make sure that you get the picture.
And they talk about police brutality.
Uncle Jed, I done decided on my life's calling.
Well, good, boy. What's it going to be? Atomic scientist or fry cook?
Neither one. I'm going to open me up a charm school.
What?
A charm school? Why, Uncle Jed, I took a poor, dumb old country gal and turned her into a regular Theta Barra.
You did?
Yeah. Well, man, you should have seen me. I learned her to dress fancy, talk city, and strut around like a flat-footed goose on a hot rock. I mean, when I got through with her, she was pretty enough to pick and sweet enough to put up in a jar. Oh, you'd have never thought that she come from back in the... They'll give away who she is.
Emmeline Fetty?
Who told you? Well, give it away, Uncle Jed. Did somebody Duke?
What?
That's what I get for learning that liver-lipped hound dog to talk.
How are you ranting about?
Oh, don't try to cover up for him, Uncle Jed.
Excuse me, Chief. Colonel Foxhall insists upon seeing you.
Greetings, my
Get
dear.
out of here, you crook! It's bad enough for you to be running loose at the Clampetts, but I will not have you in my bank.
Now, calm yourself.
If you stay around here, you're going to be in real trouble. There was a young lady here from the district attorney's office, and if she comes back and finds you
Was
here...
that the young lady?
Yes, and if she...
I'm going to get right to the point. I'm going to let you have these at a most reasonable price.
Oh, no! Not one penny. You're not dealing with Jed Clampett right now. You're dealing with a man of the world. Right to the police, that's where I'm going.
Right to your wife. That's where these are going.
They want me?
Unless I have your certified check for $50,000 within 5 minutes, my associate will deliver duplicates of these pictures to Mrs. Drysdale.
No.
What you crying about, Mr. Drysdale?
Oh, Mr. Clampett, I'm being victimized by this blackguard. He'll ruin my marriage if I don't pay him $50,000.
I can beat that deal for you, Colonel.
You mean you're offering more money?
No, I'm offering to keep you out of jail. You promise to behave yourself, Mr. Drysdale, let you go.
No, I'm in no position to bargain. Even now, duplicates of these pictures are being delivered to my wife.
You mean these?
Where did you get those pictures?
Took them off of Emmeline when I seen her sneaking over to the Drysdale. Come on in, Emmeline.
Colonel, I think we ought to go along with Mr. Clampett. Behave ourselves.
Emmeline and me had a long talk. That done some good. Then Granny took her down to the cellar and got right to the seat of the trouble.
Yeah. Nobody ever explained right from wrong to me the way she done.
Now, Colonel, Granny is cooking up a big mess of side meat and black-eyed peas. Now, don't that sound better to you than bread and water?
It does, sir. Indeed it does.
Emmeline? Well, what happened to you? You ain't Beverly Galahad no more.
You best ask your Uncle Jed.
Granny and me had a little talk with her, Jethro.
Excuse me now. I have to go help fix the black-eyed peas.
Okay, now. I showed you how to split wood. Now, you come on over here and let's see you do it. Now, listen, Maybelle. If you could learn to do my chores, well, I'd give you half my allowance. I'd get 50 cents a week. After that, it'd be a nickel. All right. Calm down. I'll make it a dime. All right, quit your fussing. I'll split it right down the middle. Now, get busy and chop wood. I either got to get me a smaller axe or a bigger rake.
Hey, what y'all doing?
Just playing. Hey, listen, Ellie. You know, poor little old Maybelle gets awful lonesome. How would you like for her to have a big brother?
All right. You can be her big brother.
Me, Ellie? I mean another monkey. A great big one.
What do they come bigger than Maybelle?
Why, heck yeah. Why, they's great big ones. It's called a gorilla.
Gorilla?
Well, yeah. Why, that rascal could chop wood till... he'd be a heap of fun to have around.
Well, is he big enough to wrestle?
Is he? Why, a gorilla's got arms pretty near as long as mine.
Come on, Maybelle. Let's go in the ice bar. We can have one.
Uncle Jed, you gonna get Ellie Mae a gorilla?
Granny and me were just talking it over.
He's awful nice to have.
I'm again him. Ellie's too busy taking care of her critters now.
A gorilla can do that for her.
Ain't a gorilla a critter?
Oh, yeah? Except he's smarter than most. Pretty near as smart as me.
Who tell?
Pretty near as big as me, too. And can work like me.
Well, if he eats like you, forget it. I ain't cooking for another table buzzard.
You wouldn't have to cook for him. Gorillas don't eat nothing but leaves.
Leaves?
Well, yes, sir. And talk about strong. Well, I could learn that rascal to chop wood, pull a plow, or do...
Do what?
Do the ironing or the washing or whatever else you said.
What do you think, Granny?
Well, it won't do no harm to take a look at one.
Yeah, we could take him on approval.
I'll call Mr. Drysdale, see can he find us one.
Hot dog. I know you're going to like having a gorilla around. I'll go read up on him in the encyclopedia. There's lots of things they can take.
Well, good morning, Mr. Drysdale. This here is Jed Clampett.
Oh, Mr. Clampett, good money. Morning. What can I do for you?
Well, I'd like to ask you a little favor.
Consider it done. Anytime I can't do you a little favor, I'll transfer your $60 million into another bank.
Well, thank you. You ain't never failed us yet.
And I won't fail you now. What is it you'd like?
Well, we'd like us a gorilla.
One gorilla coming up.
One gorilla. Did you say gorilla?
Did you say gorilla?
Yes, sir. One of them big apes.
The kind of these leaves.
Can you get him over here this morning, Mr. Drysdale?
Sooner the better. How about it?
Well, Mr. Clampett, there's nothing I'd rather do than get you a gorilla.
Well, thank you. I knew we could count on you. Bye.
But, Mr. Clampett, hold. Well, Miss Hathaway, you certainly got me into a mess this time.
I haven't done anything.
That's why I'm in a mess next time you answer the phone. I can't get him a gorilla. What am I going to do?
Well, you've already provided the answer to that.
I have?
Yes. Transfer Mr. Clampett $60 million to another bank.
Put him up.
Calm down. Now, it is obvious the Clampetts have never seen a gorilla. Just take them to the zoo. One look at that fearsome anthropoid beating his huge chest, baring his fangs?
No, no, no. I made Jed Clampett a promise, and I'm going to keep it.
But, Chief, you can't deliver a live gorilla to their home.
You just get those letters typed. I'm going to handle this on the executive level.
No, what?
Have no fear. Lord Greystoke is here. Tommy. Miss Hathaway, this is Tom Kelly, the greatest gorilla impersonator in the business.
Chief, you might have prepared me.
Well, I wanted to test the effect.
Well, it's devastating. How did he get his fangs?
Oh, he changed the men's room down the hall.
Pardon me, Mr. Drysdale, but there's one of your tellers out in the window ledge.
This is an amazingly authentic costume. You really gave me a start.
I've even frightened other gorillas. You can imagine what I'm going to do to those hillbillies.
Oh, exactly. What is the plan?
Well, I'm going to be delivered to the Clampett doorstep, just as Mr. Drysdale promised. But in a cage, of course.
I see.
Now, when they come out to look at me, I put on my act. I start pounding my chest, and then I snarl, and I reach for them through the bars.
Well, that should certainly convince them they can never make a pet of a gorilla. Oh, may I?
Go ahead. Now, in case that shouldn't work, one side of the cage has got some trick bars, you know, so I can spread them out like gargantua. Well, when I start to bend those big steel bars to get out, people really panic. Otis, get the teller off the ledge.
No, I found out he was due for a raise, so I left him out there to think it over. Now, Tommy, the truck will deliver you to the Clampetts in your cage. And when you've done your act, you'll come back here with... Miss Hathaway, take that off. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. When you come back here, we'll settle the
Oh, that's very funny.
Come on, everybody, he's here.
Mr. Drysdale sure kept his word.
Don't go too close right off. We don't want to scare him.
How come he's in a cage? So he won't run away, I reckon. Don't worry about that. I'll butter his paws.
Sure is big and stout, ain't he, Granny?
Appears to be if he ain't all hair.
Granny, the way he's thumping himself, I think he's got a touch of heartburn.
Yeah. Probably from eating all them leaves.
Could be they's repeating on him.
I'll stir up some soda water and peppermint. That ought to ease him some. Ain't he cute, Paul?
I don't know if I'd call him cute, Ellie, but it's hard to look pleasant with an upset stomach. You've been reading up on this critter. Don't he eat anything besides leaves?
Just roots and bark and stuff. He's what you call herbivorous.
Nice name.
Gonna call him Herbie.
Ellie Mae, run in the house and tell Granny to hurry up with that peppermint and soda water. This poor critter is suffering something pitiful. Now, hang on, Herbie. Hep's on the way.
Granny's coming.
Herbie, you're going to feel better now.
Here you are, boy. Just bring this down. Why, you ornery varmint? Granny, you hurt him. I'm going to learn him some manners.
Now, Granny, you got to make a loud... Look out! Heartburn or no heartburn, I ain't going to stand still for that. Unlock the door, Jethro.
I can't, Uncle Jed. It's padlocked.
I know you, Herbie. I'll learn you to pick on a poor, weak, helpless old...
Look at that.
You hadn't ought to got Granny riled.
You're going to the woodshed. And when I'm done with you, your heart won't be the only thing burning. Get out. Cut me a switch.
Please, Granny, don't switch him. Give him another chance. You sorry, ain't you, Herbie? You ain't gonna be bad no more, are you?
Doggies, Jethro's right. He's pretty near human.
Too human, if you ask me. Jethro, take him upstairs and get him into some clothes.
Clothes?
You heard me. Get going.
Come on, Herbie. He don't want to go, Granny.
Who asked him?
It's all right, Herbie. Maybelle wears clothes, and while you's getting dressed, I'll get you a nice basket of leaves to eat.
Now get on upstairs with Jethro.
He appears like he's got a mind of his own.
Well, he can't learn too young that we don't take orders from AIP.
Jethro, fetch him back.
Give me your pocket knife, Jed. I'm gonna have to cut me a switch.
Well, Granny, let's try kindness first. Remember, his stomach is out of whack.
I offered him some soda water, and he knocked it out of my hand and fetched me a wrap on my head.
Try a cup of your hot possum broth. That'll get him to smiling.
Open the door, somebody.
Come on, Herb. Come on, show Granny how nice you look. What do you think, Granny?
He looks like Leif Crick.
Them's Leif's overalls he's wearing. Good thing he left them behind.
My clothes was too binding on him. Uncle Jed's, too.
That's a big mess of monkey. Never did get underdrawers on him.
Well, I'll run him up a couple of pair. Come on, Herbie. Let's get more. Don't you give me
Granny!
Oh, you just wait till I cut me a switch.
We washed him upstairs. Take him to the table, Jethro.
Come on, Herbie.
You can forget about switching him. He's got a hide on his seat that thick.
No.
You could sole a shoe with him.
Here you are, Herbie. I picked you a basket of nice fresh leaves.
Now, hold on, Ellie. We think that's what give him the dyspepsy.
But, Uncle Jed, that's what the encyclopedia says that gorillas like to eat.
Granny made him some nice soup.
Well, let's let Herbie decide which one he'd rather have. You want leaves?
Here's what he wants. Some of Granny's possum broth. This'll put hair on your chest.
Got a dandy head of grease on it.
Thank you. And you see them little chunks floating around in there? To give it extra flavor, I diced up the tail. Take that hairy goomer out of my kitchen. He ain't fit to sit at the table.
Come on, Herbie.
Oh, you let go of him, Jumper. He's my gorilla.
I don't fight over him, young'uns. There's enough ape there for everybody.
They wanted a gorilla, I delivered a gorilla.
Well, where do you suppose Mr. Kelly is now?
Probably at the bank trying to collect his fee.
Well, didn't you make arrangements?
Of course. He's to get his money from one of the tellers. The one who's out on the ledge.
Come on, Herbie. You gotta get this wood split before Granny finds us.
Please, Paul, make him stop. Jethro's gonna have my gorilla too tired to wrestle.
I wonder how Jethro got him to work so hard.
Well, like I keep telling you, Herbie, if you don't get this wood split, I'm gonna make you eat that possum soup.
Jethro? You got that poor ape busier than a beaver in a sawmill.
Oh, heck, Uncle Jed. He ain't even worked up a sweat.
Just kind of frazzled to me.
Now I'm gonna learn him to plow, hoe taters, and mow the lawn.
No, you ain't neither. Paul got that gorilla for me and Maybelle.
Yeah, but he's real handy at doing
Jethro,
things like...
let Ellie have him for a spell.
Come on, Maybelle. I want you to meet your big brother Herbie. And he's gonna take you for a nice little stroll.
Sorry, Chief. No sign of life.
I just had a horrible thought. What if that gorilla scared them so bad they went back to the hills?
Oh, I hardly...
That's what probably happened. One look at that terrifying beast, and they hopped in the truck and took off. Now, we'll never see them again.
Chief! Isn't that the terrifying beast approaching?
Wearing clothes and pushing a baby buggy. Tommy, what happened?
You and your simple hillbillies. I'm getting out of here.
No, wait.
Wait, nothing. They're working me to death.
Now, Tommy, listen to reason.
You can't take my car!
Come on there, you hairy varmint! Get out of that car and into the kitchen before I take this stick to you.
No, Granny, don't hit him.
That's what Jed said. And look what it got us. A car thief.
Granny,
He's in the kitchen like a... It happens every time. Spare the rod and spoil the egg.
Mr. Clampett, you can't domesticate a gorilla. Do I?
Have them do ironing and things like that.
They're dangerous. You can't trust them.
That's the truth. Look what he done to Granny's bloomer. I want her to see him. She'd score his. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just waving to the gorilla. You know, I'd like to try and make friends with him. Do you mind?
No. He needs all the friends he can get.
I wonder if I could be along with him.
Well, if you want to chance it. He gets mighty peevish at times. We think it's on account of the indigestion.
I'm not worried. Somehow I get the feeling that underneath this frightening-looking exterior is something almost human.
Me too, Chief, and I get the feeling he's trying to tell you something.
What's going on? Is Mr. Drysdale wanting his ape back? Just when we cured his dyspepsy, give him nice clothes and learn him to do something useful.
No. I'm trying to establish a rapport with him.
If he needs a rat, use this on him.
No, we'll get along just fine. Now, Miss Hathaway, I want you to take Granny and Mr. Clampett into the far end of the house, so my friend here will know I'm not afraid of him.
Well, I'll go along with that. Come on, Granny. Oh, by the way, his name is Herbie.
And don't turn your back on him. I still ain't forgot the clout on the noggin he give me.
Tommy, you struck that poor little old lady.
That poor little old lady gave me a shot in the mouth that loosened my teeth. Now, you give me my money. I'm getting out of here.
No. Not until the job is finished.
The job is finished. Pay me.
No, please, Tommy, listen to reason. The Clampetts think you're a real gorilla.
Oh, you're going to think so, too, unless you give me my dough.
Oh, no. We made a deal, and you're a professional actor.
And I'm also a wood chopper. And a nurse maid to a chimp. And as soon as I get finishing ironing these flour sack drawers, that big goon Jethro's gonna hook me up to a plow. And you know something? I gotta do all that on green leaves and possum broth.
You let them bluff you. Frighten them. Beat your chest.
Every time I beat my chest, that little old lady beats my...
Oh, don't be such a baby.
Look, Mr. Drysdale, I need money for new teeth. Unless you pay me, I'm gonna use yours.
Your money's at the bank.
I'll see.
Now, just hold it, Kelly. If you walk out of me right now, you'll have a suit on your hands.
Oh. Here. Now, you got a suit in your hands. Now, keep plowing, Herbie.
Howdy, mister. You seen anything of Gorilla?
Yeah, he's right in the kitchen there.
Herbie! Hey, Herbie! Herb!
Jethro,
Yeah, Ellie, what do you want?
have you seen Herbie?
No, I'm looking for him, too, and I better find him before Granny does.
What do you mean?
Well, he done shed his clothes. He's gonna get himself a whooping.
No, he ain't neither. I'm tired of folks being mean to my monkey.
Well, he ain't your monkey, Ellie.
He is so.
He ain't neither.
He is.
He ain't.
Maybe I found him.
Herbie, you get into these overhauls. You got plowing to do.
You leave him be.
Come back here with Mr. Drysdale's hat!
That's Herbie.
He stole Mr. Drysdale's hat.
Mr. Kelly, what is...
Shut up and get in.
Shame!
Granny. He wasn't much at ironing, but he drives a car real good.
Yonder goes Herbie.
Come back.
Let him go. Good riddance.
Does appear we got a hold to a bad ape. Had a real thieving streak.
All right, Pa. And so did Maybelle.
Me too.
Please, Pa. We want a gorilla.
Yeah.
Well, I reckon we hadn't ought to judge a whole patch by one bad melon. Jethro, fetch the truck around.
Well, where are we going?
To the zoo.
Excuse me, Chief, but how long since you've talked to the Clampetts?
I can't get an answer up there. Why?
Oh, well, I don't know if there's any connection, but I just heard a news flash. A wild gorilla has escaped from the zoo.
Come on. Fetch him in here.
Granny, Miss Jean wasn't fooling when she said this rascal was stronger than 12 men. And if we ever get him calmed down, he's going to be a wood-chopping, plow-pulling son of a gun.
Stop that bellering, you ungrateful goober. We took you out of the zoo. You ought to be glad. I said stop it. Turn him loose. Now, come over here and sit down. I'm going to give you some possum soup.